All right, let's do a fantasy check-in now on the Boston Celtics, answering questions that you guys have asked. So Tina comes in with a question. How are you feeling about Marcus Morris's stats for the rest of the season? Is it still sustainable on this Celtics team? And Morris has been a massive success story for the Celtics this season, in large part because he's shooting out of his mind. 54% true shooting last season, 51% true shooting the year before, 53% true shooting the year before that. And if you're not aware, 56% around about is league average. 52% in Phoenix. So he's always been a bad shooter. This season, 64%. So that's almost a 10 percentage point rise from Marcus Morris. We're 34 games into his season. So it's a decent enough sample size, but comparing that to the 250 or odd games he'd played in the previous 4 seasons, it pales into insignificance. So it's really going to think, like, do you see Marcus Morris continuing to be a 44% three-point shooter or 55% from 2, when literally the last 3 seasons from 2-point range, Morris has shot 46.7, 46.6, and 46.7. So exactly the same number. This year, just sky high. He's playing 27 minutes a night, which means he's a top 80 fantasy guy, averaging 15 points, but it's all coming down to those efficiency numbers. He's getting no steals, no blocks, no assists. He's not getting rebounds in huge amounts either. It's all down to the efficiency. So, can you bank on that? Well, history would tell us no, that there will be some sort of regression coming from Marcus Morris, and this is as small sample size as it gets. But over his last 2 games, he shot 46 and 75% from the field. And that meant he was the 141st ranked fantasy player. And that is the worry with Morris, is that when that number drops back to what it had been in the past, he doesn't sniff like top 100 value. He doesn't get anywhere near it. So if you can do any sort of sell high on Marcus Morris, I absolutely would be doing that, just because if he drops from 50% to 46%, then you lose 40 spots of ranking pretty comfortably with Morris, and it takes him out of standard league discussion. I have limited faith in him being able to maintain this level of shooting, and I don't think that he will be able to. From here on out, I would state that I don't think Morris will be a top 100 player for the rest of the season. Shout out to him for improving that shooting, but that sort of one season improvement is hard to imagine for a guy that's been as established as he has been in the NBA, and that's where I'm leaning on Marcus Morris.